Hello, welcome to A Little of Everything.
What's going on?
A.L.O.E.
What up?
What
So
up?
we have two guests today. One of them is returning, which is our musical friend Hadi.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi.
Oh,
what a great intro.
no. Thanks.
Coming with a bang.
With an ear bang.
Is this one mine?
Yeah.
Number 4?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to...
And then we also have...
There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Athena in the building.
Yes, Miss Athena. I'm so glad she's here because I really need another female with me.
Yes.
Girl, what you mean, girl?
I've been surrounded by...
Estrogen.
I know, I need some
Look at that.
estrogen power, yo. Like, come on, vaginas unite.
Yes.
Yes.
Vagina clap.
That was a really loud clap for your vagina.
What the hell?
It should be like that was
That's a good segue. Let's jump straight into the topic. Is it appropriate for men to laugh at a joke like that?
I don't know.
you know, I think you can.
I thought it was funny.
I think it's pretty funny.
Actually, it was our vaginas clapping together.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Yeah, that was
I'm just
that was a
kidding.
vag
We'll
vibe.
take that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Vaginas are great. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
What do we have today?
we have a lot to talk about today since we've been kind of on a mini hiatus. As you can see visually, we have all these cool toys. I'm so excited.
That's right.
Like, I feel really professional. It's great.
Yeah. Very professional.
So
love
speaking of all these toys, we'll start with music today, and pretty much, you know, like for me, like I love my old school music. I'm a rock, goth, punk girl at heart. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of, you know, mainstream, like my personal favorite, like Foo Fighters, they've started many years ago, you know, sadly after Kurt Cobain passed, but are they still like relevant? Like, and you know, they had their album out not too long ago, but I just want to like pretty much see like, do you guys think music today, you know, still holds that same like excitement that you did like back in the day for like your favorite band, your favorite group, as well as like, is music like, do you think it's getting better now, or does it suck? Like,
I think it's exactly the same for its generation as it was for our generation.
You think so?
You know what I mean?
Well, I like trap music and like the new shit, but I still like the old stuff.
yeah.
Like I can't like.
That's the
it depends on
advantage
my
we
mood.
have.
Yeah.
That's the advantage we have. Born in the, I want to say in the 80s.
The 80s,
Yeah.
80s baby, 89 in the house.
89, what's up?
What's that?
No, but yeah, I think that's the advantage that we have since we got to grow up. I think it was like a super epic change in scenery also. And it's when rap was coming up also.
Yeah.
Rock was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And so we got to witness all that. And then now that we're Generation X? Why? What are we?
Well,
We're not millennials.
We are millennials.
We are actually.
we're technically millennials.
Technically millennials.
Yes.
Right.
I think I fall on the end of that.
right before the millennial
cool.
spectrum.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's cool. I mean, do you really want to be a millennial?
I mean, that's the thing, though. We have that. We can listen to today's music and yesterday's music
Yeah.
and really enjoy it. I think that's an advantage on our part.
Yeah, that's what I like. It's like, you know, it's all the old stuff is cool. You know, that's like where the heart is at.
Right.
But you know, it's good to keep an open mind and just be open to new stuff that comes around. You know.
I feel like dumbed down, you know, water turn up stuff.
Yeah.
Watered down turn up shit
Well,
sometimes.
I think I'm the only one that
like,
disagrees.
drink water.
Like
Like I try so hard not to be one of those old heads, those old hip hop heads who go like, man, y'all kids don't know nothing about no hip hop. Like it's just evolved, it's changed, it's different now. You know, respect the hustle. I think.
Yeah.
You know, these kids are getting money as
definitely.
well, and they're doing what they're doing.
Like it's not easy now because there's SoundCloud, there's all these like different channels you can like promote yourself, but then it's kind of like who's going to really listen to you and give you a record deal. Like you have to work really hard for that because there's so many people doing the same thing and it's more exposed compared to where it was back in the day.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
More competition.
More
And I think
competition.
it shows like it's not handed easily, but I also feel like, okay, like you guys all agree, like, you know, music is great now. I personally feel like it's not. Like I feel like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, there's some rappers I just feel like, can you enunciate please? Like I have no idea what you're saying. Like, did you have a stroke midway through your rap? Like, you know, I'm a little concerned. But
Right.
or like for instance, like Kanye, like I loved Kanye like back in the day, like it was I don't know, the energy
College
was so
Dropout.
yeah, like like the energy back then, it was so like
misses the
up
old
there.
Kanye.
I do.
Kanye.
I really
She misses
miss
the old
Kanye.
Well, you know why? Okay, back then the old Kanye I feel like was really down to earth, and now
Yes.
he's not really on earth anymore. And I feel like that's why his
He's his own
music
planet right now.
reflects that. Yeah,
Well,
like
Jim Carrey back in the day was more on earth, and now he seems more not on Earth. You still not like him?
Wait,
Jim Carrey?
No, I adore him. I don't think he's like that, to be honest.
I mean, because like you can see how like, especially with his interviews and his conversations with people, when he sits down for discussions, he gets pretty, you know how Kanye gets out of control sometimes? Jim Carrey does the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I feel like with Jim Carrey's a little different. I think he's more grounded. I think he's been through so much shit that he knows like how it is. As like, I think it's kind of like, this is old shit to him. Like he's not like, how do I put it? Like Kanye, like there's that excitement's not gone. I mean, that it's gone for me. But like with Jim Carrey, I think he became more down to earth. He's more like, he's been through like mental health shit. His ex-girlfriend passed away from suicide and all this stuff. And I feel like he's more grounded rather than distant.
Okay. So Kanye's more distant.
Yeah. I feel like, you know, he was fun. Like, you know, when his songs would come at the club, like I would fucking like just dance my ass off. And now I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, it's cool to listen to, but I'm not like as excited as I used to be.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
Jim Carrey's doing like the spiritual stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like with the art and.
Yeah, he's an artist, and I know like he like cut sugar when he did the comedians in cars. Like I really love that episode with him and Jerry Seinfeld.
I think the term nowadays would be more woke.
Whoa.
more
I stay woke.
Stay woke, exactly.
yeah.
Donald Glover's a huge example of a person who is super woke.
I think
J. Cole.
with Sarah on this too, though. It's like I think I have a theory though why music isn't as great as it was back then.
Okay, what's your theory?
It's because of social media.
People are dumb.
That's true.
I'm just kidding. Not really. A little bit.
I know.
And there you have your beauty pageant contestant. So what do you think of the people are dumb? Oh, okay.
How would you
Give it to her
solve
for being
world
truthful.
peace? Get rid of the dumb people.
Yeah, right.
Meditation.
Very Thanos-esque.
Right. But really, no, because it's like you had like what is it, MySpace? And
Yeah.
So anybody can post anything and then
Friendster.
a bunch of people can listen to it. Like before that, you weeded out all the bad people who signed record deals. So if you sucked, you never got a record deal. But here it's like,
Free
now
for
it's
all.
like, well, you know, he's kind of catchy. you
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't it crazy how someone without a record deal just posts some stuff on SoundCloud and then you have a huge fan base all of a sudden?
know? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these kids, they don't listen to the things that we listen to. They don't have the same taste, of course, also because it's completely different music.
Yeah.
But it vibes with them and it sells and it's crazy and it's like some people go like, oh, that's because there's an industry out there called the stupid industry. But then other people are like, that's just a different kind of industry. We just don't get it as much as we're supposed to. Some songs I actually do like. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like XXX. I know you don't like him.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of songs of his that I actually enjoy listening to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like sad, the song that's actually number one right now is one of his songs, "Sad." But it's not one of my favorite songs. But it's a good song. I think it was Jocelyn Flores.
Yeah.
One of his songs. I love that tune. And he's I don't know. He's weird, definitely. But it's a new generation. I'm just
Yeah.
But I get what you guys mean. Of course, there's some music out there. It's like What are you? Why?
Yeah.
Why are you even on the microphone right now? You know, like.
Or like, who's actually listening to you? Or are you just the new background elevator music?
I think it's just you just gotta wait and just give it like 5 years, and what's good will stick around, and what's not will just.
That's true.
I also think that people have like shorter attention spans too because of social media. So it's like
You gotta multitask.
you gotta like be hella repetitive.
Yeah.
Different generation.
And it just like
The song's like 6 words.
right over
Yeah, I
and
mean,
over
like-
and over and over and over.
I mean, let's not lie. It's really more about the rhythm nowadays and the beat more
Right.
than the words, because like it's a totally, it's like such a hype. It's like a hype generation,
Right.
You know, you're trying to hype, or you're trying to just get live, and that's what
Right.
they're doing right now, and they're taking advantage of it. But I think all our favorite musicians from before are still around, and that kind of music is still around. Also, you just got to dig a little deeper to find it. But then, because I think you'll always have your fan base. Like you love the Foo Fighters until today. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and then that also leads to like another question of like, do we think like the artists like Foo Fighters or Kanye, whoever's been around, like how Madonna has reinvented herself? Like, do you see like these artists continuing to reinvent themselves for many years to come?
Well, I mean, it depends on the artist. I think I mean, I love the Foo Fighters also, and I know that they're definitely not going to try and come up with something pop. You know what I mean?
Oh, God, please.
For sure.
Don't. No.
If they don't get as many plays on the radio, I don't think they really, I don't know if they care that much, but I think they're just going to stick to whatever it is they know how to do, which is, play good music, and whoever loves it, they stick around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's the same goes with Weezer, too. Like, they always put out a record, I believe. I could be wrong, but before I was informed, like, every 5 years.
Okay.
So, like, they still play the same kind of music, the same kind of beats and melodies and whatnot, but it's still pretty freaking good.
Were the ones that people wanted to do like a cover of Africa by Toto or something?
Weezer?
I'm not sure, but that would be fucking awesome just to watch Rivers Cuomo do that.
Pork and beans, man. Pork and beans.
Right?
My gosh. Now Sweater Song, dude. That takes me back.
Sweater. Buddy Holly.
Oh my gosh. The
Yeah.
feels. Nostalgic feels. So... Anyways, any new records you guys have listened to? I know with Beyonce and Jay-Z they had their recent release, and I know that people went crazy.
I saw their picture and I was like, what is going on?
Okay, let's be honest.
The bedroom post, did you guys see that?
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I did not like it.
I was like,
The album?
I mean, I didn't listen to the whole song.
show it to like 5 people.
We're talking about the picture, right?
Yeah.
The picture.
Okay, the picture was just like, okay.
I guess it worked.
I think they're just trying too hard to be
see the
Yoko
picture?
and John Lennon to me.
Oh, is that what? Oh, is
It
that
just
the inspiration?
it had that feel for me, but I can't get this gif out of my head that I've seen on Reddit with Beyonce with her big fluffy comforter looking dress and just like flapping her arms around like she's trying to fly.
I didn't see that one.
I think if I ever have a bad day, I'm just gonna watch that because it really makes me laugh and like
No.
Look, I know there's probably going to be a lot of people out there who love the Queen Bey.
the Bay Hives. Yeah,
But-
it's cool though. But I fucking love Bay. Like she is the shit. Like she can do anything and get away with it. I think.
Sure. I loved it when, like, I mean, look, it's crazy, right? I love those days. You know what I'm talking about?
Crazy in Love. And
Crazy in Love days.
Yeah.
Her, like, you know how she's on this new album, and I think she has a few songs where she raps.
I mean, she
Like, like when she like Beyonce, what's that song with Beyonce on the lips, something on the lips. I think it's called Beyonce. And that was a good part. That was a good song where she rapped. But like, I don't know.
But I feel like that's Jay-Z's influence because she got all like thugged out to me, like all gangster and shit, right when like she and Jay-Z like got married, and then they had Blue Ivy, and she's like hard as fuck, and I'm just like,
what about when Destiny's Child? When they're like,
I love Destiny's Child.
I know.
I
She did
love
say that
Destiny's
from the
Child.
get go, and she got herself a gangster.
she really did get a gangster.
Dreams
No
come
lie.
true, everyone. Dreams come true.
When I'm a
out,
Survivor
Jay-Z.
came out, no lie, I went on every single lyric channel. I tried to memorize. I'm a survivor, keep on surviving. Oh man, are you kidding me?
Did you did you memorize the dance too?
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I was in front of the TV. I was working that thing. Girl, you ain't got nothing on this.
Let me see it.
Nice.
Oh my god! Especially when if you if you like it, then you better put it on. Come on now.
Can you like dance to Bootylicious, please?
Oh my god!
Can you do the single ladies dance?
I've been trying to twerk for the past few
my
years.
Lord.
I don't know how. It's just
easy.
it's a thing. It's like it's a talent. I really think it's a get your eagle on. Is that how it is?
You just
But I think it's one of those things like you mentioned earlier, how like people have different tastes and different generations, of course, and I can't hate on their music. I may not resonate with me, but I feel like, hey, if they're getting it, they're getting it. Because I'm part of that culture where if you're getting it, then all right, fine, go get it. If
Get
you're-
that
if you're not-
money.
if you're doing it in a different, if you don't believe in the way they do it, then that's okay. Whatever, you get yours.
their mansions got a cost, so they're
Hadi's-
like
Hadi's next.
Jay-Z's like, get in that thong, babe.
He said, "Hadi's next."
Hadi's
And
next
she's
video
like
is gonna be,
this. He's like,
be
yeah.
twerking.
Do it for
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sir. They gotta go to college soon. Yeah.
Do it for the gram.
Right, do it for Blue.
Oh my god, Blue was a perfect band. I love Blue. You know who Blue is?
Baby Blue.
One love for the mother's pride. One love. Are you kidding me? Blue with Lee Ryan, the English band,
We didn't hear that.
the boy band. No way.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, they have a few famous songs.
we're
Just
over
can
here
somebody
for
Google it? Let me Google it real quick. I'm
just
sure
like,
you guys have heard one song.
Gosh.
Dude, Lee Ryan, one of the best
They were
vocalists
not
out there.
popping over here.
Yo, they were popping. Are you kidding
Where
me?
were you living at this time?
Oh, I was
Which country were you at?
I was in Dubai, definitely.
See?
That's why.
The thing is, like any other country in the world, they play what's hot here.
Put us
You know what I'm
on,
saying?
Blue.
Yeah.
Come on, are you not? Do these people not look familiar to you?
No. They look like a wannabe, like All for One or.
Oh my God, you guys should listen to them.
It's like the Backstreet Boy version.
Yeah.
Way better. Way no. These are English people. I'm not talking about that. You guys have no idea what you guys are missing. You guys are missing out on this. This was an amazing boy band.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. I love NSYNC. That's just me.
I don't know.
They had amazing. You should listen to some
He's
of their
probably
songs.
gonna like play it for us.
Oh
like,
my
like,
God.
Okay, you know what? Okay, fine. You know, let me look for one of their
No, it's cool.
one of their good songs.
No,
it's
it's cool.
cool.
I'm
Don't
gonna
worry.
play it.
No,
I'm willing to play it.
we actually need
It's
to
like-
move on anyways.
yeah.
We have a lot to
Multiracial,
cover
too.
today.
God, you
I'm
guys
pretty
are
sure it's
missing out.
copyrighted also.
They got
Yeah.
an Asian one, a black
So
guy, a gay
let's
guy.
move on. So our next topic that I really want to discuss. Oh my God, you guys
wow.
are really okay. I'm moving on. I'm moving this discussion to our next topic. So
Those are some interesting people.
100%. Athena, you're gonna love him. 100%.
All right, let's move
Okay,
on. So moving on.
a topic that I want to discuss, especially because I feel like this person was an amazing person on this earth, which is Anthony Bourdain. It was really shocking and very abrupt that he passed, especially, and sadly he passed from suicide. And I feel like it's just getting worse and worse, like the whole suicide epidemic.
Yeah, this is such a subject because we're gonna be talking about suicide.
Yeah, but I'm actually
Everyone has.
hold on.
lots of
So with that being said, like I feel like he actually made an impact on a lot of people, like not just like people he has met through his journeys, but also like through the television, like
yeah.
different homes, like different states and even different countries. Like people love this guy because he was so chill, and he had the balls to go to different countries, being a tall white guy from the East Coast, and he's like in Cambodia, he's in the Middle East, and he's eating meals with these people, welcoming him. Oh my God, I can't talk. Welcoming him to their homes, and that's such a huge deal.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like it made an impact on me of his death, and I know there's others who have said the same thing, and it's just like it's again sudden and abrupt, but I felt like he also portrayed like, he shared stories and experiences for people. Like the one thing that everyone in this world has in common is for a love of food. So, I mean, what do you feel like food is important to not just nourishment, obviously, and to fuel our bodies, but do you think it really like brings people and cultures together?
I love food. In the Filipino culture, we always use food as a way to welcome guests.
Yeah, we also love Anthony Bourdain over there in the Philippines. He did a great episode.
Yeah.
Did you amazing
Did you eat like sharing food? Sharing with caring.
Yeah.
It is. And then plus I think it's just ingrained into us where it's kind of like when you buy food, you always buy more than what you have.
And when are you ever eating and you're like sad? Like it's always like a happy moment.
It's like you're giving a hug in the inside.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like
a language.
Okay, Athena's been wanting pizza for a while now. I think she's gonna get her pizza.
no, we're getting pizza because I got my girls back because I love
feel
pizza.
like-
Hawaiian? What's up?
Yeah. But I think with
Yes.
Korean culture too, like ours is if you deny food, you're insulting the person.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like, because food is kind of like the biggest thing for our culture. And it's just like, if you deny, that means disrespect on your family too,
Yeah.
So it's also, people want to hear like their food is good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like appreciating someone who goes through the great lengths of preparing food, because Korean food is not easy to prepare. We have side dishes, everyone. Like we have like
So bomb.
It is
all
super
about
bomb.
you do not have
Yeah.
just one side dish. You have like 15, and that takes like, they're little portions, but those take a lot to make and a lot of effort.
You know how some people
Right.
tell in other cultures, how you tell the person who made you food that their food was good?
Disgusting.
That's exactly how it is. Yeah. In some cultures, when you burp, that's considered like
That's
it's a
true.
compliment. You know what I mean?
Same with Asian culture, eating noodles, you gotta slurp
You
that
gotta
shit.
slurp that shit.
Yeah.
This is true.
Sounds like I'm giving a you know what to, I don't know. So
Yeah.
Yeah, different cultures.
Culture 101.
You know,
Food does bring everybody
together.
together over there.
Food brings everybody together for sure.
Yeah. It's like an art
But
form.
another
Music,
fun
art,
fact
food.
that I read about Anthony Bourdain was like, well, I didn't fact check it, but apparently like some of the places he went to, he purposely did not say what the restaurant name was.
yes, I know that. I've
Why?
heard that.
To keep it a secret or?
Exactly.
Yeah, he didn't want like a bunch of tourists to come.
Sure, yeah.
And that's- he
Exactly.
just wanted to keep it like,
Yeah, that's a
Like
good thing.
protecting the restaurant.
It's like protecting their like dignity.
Yeah, he sort of did that in the Philippines also. Because that's how it is, especially for a third world country.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that's another thing we can talk about. I mean, Boracay, the island right now, was super like commercialized, and you have all these people coming in and they trash it up, and it just loses its,
Yeah.
its taste and stuff. But like, but that was nice. That's really nice of him. I think it's really cool. Like when I remember when he was asked a question about what his favorite. He said something about Sisig taking over the world, which is
amazing.
Which is
I don't like it.
What?
I'm not a Filipino.
This is why you lost that. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
No, it was political. It was political. Come on, we all know.
Yeah.
Back to sisig.
Yes. Anywho, but yeah.
And what is that for people that don't know?
Well, it's basically it's fried pork face. It's basically.
I know it's pork, but it's like the little.
So it's
they drink it with beer.
Basically
They eat
pork.
it with beer.
It's basically called. It's used as pulutan, which is in
appetizer.
Tagalog something you eat, you munch on while you drink.
That's so cool because Korean is anju.
And we know
Because for
that
us,
also.
it's usually fruit or dried squid and a
dry
shit
squid.
ton of whiskey and soju.
Nice.
Because us Koreans love Johnny Walker.
So yeah, it's basically fried pork face. It's mixed in with some
pork
spices,
face.
and there's an egg that's just like cracked onto it. It's on a sizzling plate, and it's really nice. It's such a.
It's so good.
It should be out there. Yeah. It really needs to be out there more. It's good.
I feel like we should eat like a plate of it in honor of Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, that'd be cute.
That'd be nice.
And plus, he did love Korean food. I forgot which dish he particularly liked the most, but I think he liked most of everything. Oh yeah, he ate like. What did he
Is
eat?
this like the hella Korean stuff?
Yes.
It's not like the normal Korean
No,
barbecue.
I'm like the scary Korean stuff. Maybe I don't know, but I have eaten the scary Korean stuff.
What's a scary Korean dish?
Live octopus is one.
Wait, they eat it while it's alive?
Yeah, I've done the legs. So the legs still move when they chop it up. You have to chew it thoroughly, or else it will cling onto your.
Wow.
Yeah, you can feel the suction cups. But it's kind of cool. I'm weird, but it's delicious.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Sounds like an experience.
It's like
a lot of
it's
work.
chewing a live piece of gum.
A live piece of gum.
That's pretty much what it is.
With legs and tentacles.
But we have some other scary food. Like the one dish I can't eat is fermented skate fish. So it's pretty much this fish is fermented into a state of ammonia. And
What does that mean?
Bruh.
What do you mean?
State of ammonia. What does that mean?
Like it turns into
Acidic?
ammonia. It smells like cleaning product.
Oh my God.
Because it's a delicacy and it's supposed to help everything Korea that's weird to us, Westerners, that's supposed to be good for you, also promotes stamina. So this is great for stamina for all you men out there.
Isn't that like the Nuguan kind of?
But Koreans have great skin, so you guys, probably something going on in that.
Get some of that.
I do admit that
there, maybe.
my skincare line that I use, which is called Soom, is made with fermented enzymes like in kimchi and all that stuff. So my skin is being fermented to youth. It's great. Oh, I need to speak louder. Oh,
Closer.
Or closer.
Nice. Beauty
So, yeah.
tips here. Fermented products.
Fermented Soom, SUM. It's a little on the pricey side, but it's amazing. My skin feels radiant, and I have actually gone out without wearing makeup, so it's great.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. Back to food.
How does your skin feel radiant? What does that feel like?
Like you're
you just-
glowing.
yeah.
Like the sun's coming out of your pores.
Exactly. Like you feel
glitter.
like it just feels refreshed, and you can feel it. Like it's hard to explain, right?
It's hard to explain
No,
when
I
you
know
wake
what you mean.
up
I know what you mean.
glowing.
Yeah. Or after coitus,
I woke up
it
like
glows.
I woke up like this.
Yes.
I woke up like this after hella makeup on my face.
No, because look, I don't know about you, Gay, but like guys, we
guys have
recognize these things as well.
Yeah.
Like some days I have good skin days. Like I'll really I'll take a good selfie and save that shit because I had a good skin day that day. Like my face was my eye bags weren't all crazy. You know what I mean? Like it's sometimes I feel that. You know what I
And
mean?
it's usually probably because you're hydrated.
Probably not me.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. That is true.
You have to be really hydrated. Like
very
drink a lot of water, and then
Sleep a lot.
like I'll admit after I got drinking and I drank a little too much, and the next day I look like crap. Like I actually wash my face, do a face scrub, and actually do a face mask because
face mask.
I feel not only
my
like
ex got me into that.
not only does it help my skin, but I feel alive. Like I'm like revived. I've come from the dead because I just feel so great, and I can go back out for another round of drinks again.
So when Sarah's missing in the middle of a drinking session, she's somewhere around with a face mask.
Exactly.
Getting ready for the second round.
Exactly. I'm powering up so I can go for the next round, you guys. Come on, that's my secret.
That's it.
That's why Koreans can get drunk. Not so.
You can find them at the local spa.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, that's why they're Korean spas, yo. Come on. That's how we live forever. Kimchi and spas.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. The spas in K-Town, they know what they're doing over there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I love it. What's next?
Right.
Nice. What's next?
So the next topic, this is my favorite.
Can I adjust my mic here?
And it's, because I love the dating scene because it's always a shit show. So I want to talk about, because it's based on the article I read on Huffington Post, which is about rejection and sexual rejection in the dating scene. So for example, I'm on Tinder or whatever, talking to a dude, and I realize, he's really not my cup of tea as I thought he was. And I tell him look, I don't want to go out with you, or, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So when you give them as polite as I try to be, as hard as I try, I always get, what the fuck, really? They get pissed, and it's into malicious words of you're a bitch, or you're fat anyways. I wasn't even that interested. I wasn't trying to hit it, blah, blah, blah. It's really it's like verbal assault. And I'm just I'm sorry, just because I don't really dig you, because why should I go with someone I don't really have any interest for? That's not fair. I don't owe you anything. So I just want to talk about a girl's and a guy's perspective. And, for example, for you guys, if someone were to reject you, would you actually do that? Would you actually tell a girl fuck you?
No.
Here's some advice for all the men out there. Learn how to take an L, bro.
Yeah.
Learn how to take it, man.
Don't take it personally, basically, too. It's not,
it's just out there, because, I get it. Rejection sucks. We've all felt it. We've all dealt with it, and we've all, coped with it. But it's just you don't have to yell at people. It's not if a guy that I find really attractive doesn't like me, I'm gonna be oh my God, fuck you. You're fat. You should stop eating all those pizzas. Go work out, bro. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going out of my way to insult someone because I didn't get what I wanted.
But I love pizza.
No, I'm drinking this sparkling water and it's making me burp, and I keep going like this.
I think we're all drinking carbonated drinks.
I think we've come to, we understand that in some cultures that's considered a compliment. So go ahead. Go ahead. Do it for the culture.
No, I'm kidding.
Do it for the culture.
So what are your guys' thoughts on ghosting?
I stopped dating. Was that the other topic?
We never got Athena's opinion on that.
Yeah, so Athena, what are your thoughts on ghosting? Have you ever been ghosted?
Or guys getting angry at you for rejecting them?
Let's see. So ghosting is pretty much you and someone are talking, or maybe you've gone on dates, and all of a sudden, poof, he's gone. You don't hear from him. He doesn't text you.
I wouldn't give him the cookie.
Oh.
And it's been a while.
Everyone out there, it's been a while for Athena, so she got cookies.
No, since he wanted the cookies. I wouldn't give the
all
cookies.
These messages. I'm just kidding.
And I think I don't know what happened. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but how did you feel? How did that make you feel knowing that he stopped talking? Because
so hurt and confused, and I was why am I ugly? Am I not good enough? Should I have given him the cookie?
No,
I'm kidding.
Absolutely not. That cookie is not free.
It's worth a lot, and that's why I'm keeping it to myself, and I'm taking care of it.
That's good.
For the first time. Just kidding. Confessional.
This is a podcast, or
I know.
Father, turned into a Howard Stern.
Father, forgive me for I have sinned.
Okay. So, have you guys heard about this new thing called orbiting?
Yes.
So an intense version of ghosting,
So orbiting is when
What is orbiting?
when the sun orbits.
Say you and a significant other, or whoever you're seeing, whatever, talking, I don't know, whichever, any scenario in that scenario, you guys are talking and you guys don't end amicably most of the time. The situation happens, and then you see them follow you on Instagram, you see them see your stories, or they follow you on Spotify or whatever, but it's kind of why are you following me? That's pretty much what I understood as orbiting, which is they're still around even though they're not. So it's kind of softcore stalking.
You think so?
You think so? I mean, I feel like I'm orbiting people.
It's like I'm an orbiter.
Yeah, I mean, look.
It's like, isn't it worse to like unfriend somebody or unfollow them?
No, I do. When I'm done with you, I'm like, bye.
Right.
Like you do not exist anymore.
Or I like secretly.
I mean,
stalk.
as long as there's no, if that person's not bothering you or texting you or even, you know what I'm saying, replying.
Well,
if you look through your feed and see who sees your stories and you get bothered by somebody who sees your stories, I think you can somehow prevent that yourself.
I
right?
mean, yeah, you can block it, but it's kind of like, you say like, okay, for example, like if I were to have an ex that I ended badly with, but yet they haven't deleted me off, but I didn't know. Sometimes I don't check and I have like a story and I'm like saying, okay, this motherfucker's seen all my stories. Like this is kind of tripping me out because I haven't talked to this person for like 3 years.
Weird.
I guess
So it's like, or 4 years, like however many years pass by, but it's just kind of like, why are you checking up on me?
Block them.
I mean, if it trips you, I think you should tell them that.
Yeah.
Or block them.
Or block them, yeah.
I'm just saying though, like, well, that's an example, but it's just like, what are your thoughts on orbiting? Like, pretty much, I think
It's a little weird, but I mean, I've orbited a little bit and I've seen orbits.
Yeah, I think it's you know what, I think it's also a very silent understanding between you and another person. Like I definitely have my ex view my stories and I've viewed her stories also, and I think we both understand that we're not really just checking up on each other. We're around because it's not like a I hate you and I hope you die kind of thing.
That's what I'm saying.
She was saying
I was saying,
bad.
yeah, if you
that's the
ended
key
not
word, is it
amicably.
didn't
Like
end
your situation's
amicably.
fine. That's no orbiting. That's just being friends.
Right,
But I'm
right.
saying is that you ended badly and you like don't like this person.
I feel like for me, well, personally, if that was the case, then maybe there was some kind of closure that was never had, or because I'll straight up just like really message the person, go like, "Hey, I see you're still around. What's the deal? What's going on right
Want
here?"
a Netflix and show?
You know, you just talk. Or some people just they just hit up stories and they just see how other people are doing. I mean, we live in that world. I think everybody's always constantly nosy. They're trying to figure out what other person's doing. Is their life better than mine on social media? You know, that kind of ish.
Especially if you're like a public person, because if you're private and you guys aren't friends, then they can't really see your stories and stuff, right?
Well, that pretty much answers the question, I guess. If you want, just privatize your stories and send them out to whoever you want to see your stories. You know.
But what do you do when you are a public person and
deal with the consequences?
they're making fake accounts and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
You can't so that's happened to me. I'm not saying who it is.
No, you can. Why not? You can say who it is.
And
Call that person out.
because he was like a stalker.
Okay.
Damn,
Make sure people know that he's a stalker. That's what I'm saying.
No, but here's the scary part is like I don't ever post where I am when I'm there because I don't want that person to show up. So like
I think a lot of people do that actually. Like I find myself doing that sometimes.
You
too.
do.
It's like when you're somewhere, like there's a delay, like when you post,
right.
so you're not really at that place, but
Right.
you were there before. You know, actually I have another friend too who's doing this, like trying to be a public figure, but she has like, you know, some dude who keeps stalking her and make new accounts. But it's like to the point where it's like she's like thinking about making a new account.
And that's
starting
such
all
a
over
pain in the
again.
ass.
What's going to happen
because
again?
One person is like all up in your business.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if it's just one person, but the thing is, he's making like different accounts. That's fucking creepy.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of like
That's like he really can't take the rejection at all.
What is that called? Is that
Just a stalker, dude.
it's not even orbiting.
No, that's just like full on
Report
stalking.
that person. For real.
tractor beam.
Oh my god.
I mean, this girls and guys, if you are made to feel uncomfortable like that, and if that person is somehow physically making his presence felt, report that person, man.
911.
For real.
I also feel like this society today
Mm-hmm.
too, we're also passive, especially with social media. Like
But
some people
everyone's
are
an internet thug. And
Exactly.
That's what's annoying.
You thugs out there.
Right? It's so easy to. That's why I think guys can, like, when they get rejected, they're like, well, fuck you anyway, you ugly piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, they wouldn't say that to you in person or on the
Exactly.
phone. They're kind of just like,
they're like
no
they're like
worries.
another level of dating trolls, like online dating trolls. It's really gross.
I feel like that comes
That's
from
why I
like
don't date.
gaming culture and
Oh my
stuff. I
gosh.
mean, back in the day, it was like,
Right.
Exactly.
Like-
When you like
People
fuck
talk
up or something,
shit.
they're like, "Fuck you, you stupid idiot."
Right. Yeah. My cousin's like 9 years old and he's like playing Call of Duty. He's like, oh, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the good and bad that comes with the internet nowadays.
Yeah.
Is it's giving power to all these people, and
it's like, you know, it's an anonymous platform.
I can only imagine being cussed out by an 8-year-old.
Dude.
You know, apparently on Xbox everybody knows my mom. So
yeah,
that's how it is.
Background or something.
It's like, really? First thing I was like, what? I was like, oh, yeah.
But then also it depends on how you take things. Also, like I play basketball a lot, and there's a huge trash talk culture in basketball.
Yeah.
And you get on the court, if you don't walk your talk, then they'll boo you off the court. They'll talk shit until you leave, until you end your game, until you don't come back.
Yeah.
And it's how you take it, really. Are you gonna let it get to you? Gonna get in your head, or are you just gonna keep doing you and you keep winning? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the more you win, the more trash you're gonna hear also. So it's
Should that be in dating though? That's the thing. You're trying to court someone. You're not playing basketball with them. That's the thing.
Right.
Like that's a whole different like scenario. So I'm just wondering, like,
Defense mode.
like if you're trying to actively date someone and it doesn't go well and you're like, fuck you, bitch, like it makes you look like, to me, I'm like, you look like you could probably fucking abuse me if I were to be in a relationship with you. I don't want anything to do that.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I guess the first sign of that, like leave.
Yeah.
Or like,
Well, I mean, you don't really know someone until the colors show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a test. Too.
true colors.
All of a sudden,
true,
it's like,
'cause I was
whoa,
that.
I didn't answer your phone call because I was busy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
busy.
that's all. I was being busy.
Oh, you was
being
busy, huh? Oh, you was busy looking at other guy
Exactly.
pictures. Oh, you was busy going out with your friends, huh?
Oh yeah.
And
It also
like,
reminds me
okay.
too.
And I used to be
Self-deprecation.
like, oh, that's hot. Now I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Like the worst thing to do with a girl, like when you're cussing them out because they rejected you, is self-deprecation. Like, oh, like I guess you don't have time to talk to me since all these hot guys have your attention.
oh, I hate that. Oh,
I
that
hate
makes me
that shit. It's
cringe
just
so
like
bad.
really like, okay, thank you for doing me a favor because
Right.
I don't want to boost
wretch,
or
like,
stroke your
yeah.
fucking ego.
Yeah, I'm like,
and other
oh.
things, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, right?
So I guess with all of these being shared, like, what do you guys have to
think
give advice for? Like people
Stems
who,
from like insecurity, I guess. Or
like,
something.
stop being insecure. Cause okay,
I
to
like
the guys
food.
out there, please stop being insecure. It's really not cute. And yes, and feed girls. Feed girls food.
Feed
We
girls.
love food.
We
If a
smile.
bitch tells you she does not like food, she's
Dump her.
lying. Or
Dump
she's
her.
like on that
Anorexic.
gluten-free, like carb-free,
Oh, that's
whatever.
me.
Dairy.
Except for
Oh,
tonight.
sorry. Yeah.
It's okay.
Athena's honorary, like she's real.
She gets a pass.
Yeah, she gets a pass. But yeah, like girls love food. And if
Yes,
she gets a
we do.
salad, there's two reasons why. She's actually like dieting or whatever, like legit, or she's really shy. But don't be shy, girls. Eat. Guys love it when the girls eat too. Like I've seen
True.
it, or I've been told that. So I'm like, all right, I'll get a steak medium rare with some potatoes and side salad. On dessert, can't forget dessert.
Yeah.
Because I like when a guy eats too. It kind of
too.
turns me off when they're like,
Manorexic.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you're
Anorexic.
I'm like,
No,
you're
I
full.
actually dated a dude that's like manorexic, and then sometimes I ask him like, "How often do you eat?" He's like, 1 meal a day. I'm like, you're manorexic. Like that's sad. So like I would have to force feed him. Like here, I'm hungry because I'm always hungry.
Yeah.
Have a burrito.
Right.
Is he doing it because he just doesn't want to eat, or is he trying to diet?
Because he
or-
thinks he's fat. I don't know. He's trying to be
Yeah.
like. But it's just like that's not the
cute.
right way. Food is fuel, and like if you just go with 1 meal a day, like dude,
But
you're
that bothers you though. Like if you're going out with a guy and he gets like, I just want to get a salad.
Yes.
You're not gonna continue to go out with him.
No. I'm just
No.
saying, like, he can eat as many salads a day, just
Right.
not 1 meal.
Okay.
Like, he needs to take care of himself.
Okay.
I'm not, yeah.
I went on a date once and this guy was like, I eat the same meal 3 times a day, like chicken kebab with rice.
Did you continue going out with him?
And I was like,
meal
they
prep or
don't,
just
no, like he goes to
straight
the
up
same
meal?
restaurant.
Is he just a really picky eater?
And I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
And
I don't
then?
know. No, he said it was like good for his diet and like working out.
Sure.
And
He can make a variety of chicken and rice, though.
yeah.
Or buy
I
a
don't know. It
variety.
was weird.
How was his character though? Was he funny? Was he
No,
cool?
he was kind of weird.
Okay.
I
Altogether.
mean, you know, when you meal prep, technically, that's like
Oh,
the
yeah. I mean,
scenario, like
That's true. That's true, I guess. I guess I'm weird too then. No,
We're all
but then
a
I
little
eat
strange.
but I eat different like varieties.
Well, I guess you guys got to
Gotta mix
put
it
out
up
your
sometimes.
preferences out
Yeah.
there before you guys,
yeah.
Well, I mean, I pretty much have like a meme of a dog saying I'm into fitness whole pizza in my mouth. I think that just as a message that I like to eat.
Yeah, that's
I like
cool.
pizza. And the only fitness I really do is yoga, but and you know, where I work too, I run around chasing kids trying to ditch school. So I get a great workout. Like I get 9,000 steps a day. I kid you not. That's my maximum. My average is like 6,000. So I'm doing okay chasing after delinquent children.
Oh my God.
That's my gym.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I want to hear how you guys have dealt with rejection. Like the most ratchet thing.
The most ratchet.
The most ratchet thing we've done, or the most ratchet thing that's happened?
You know,
that you've done.
Yeah, I want to hear this too.
I actually don't have
You lies.
much.
The first time you got rejected.
Oh, you want to go guys
time,
first?
Yeah,
back then.
Guys first.
Okay, I just have to.
Come on.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
All right. How about this? You want to share a story of a time you got rejected and it really wounded you in the heart?
I mean, yeah, when I was younger, that was like, you know,
Okay.
when such a biggity bitch back then.
Oh, we were all like
Yeah,
that.
that's usually the thing. A guy gets screwed up at 15 and turns out to be like a cold ass
That's
player
what,
for the rest of his life.
that's actually true.
Yeah.
And
I
same
mean-
with girls. We turn into bitchy ass like cunt faces.
Until we get
Okay,
hurt
so
again.
are you guys talking about rejected like right before you guys date, or like so when something happens while you're dating?
Any
Just
kind of
any
rejection
kind.
that
Any kind
makes
of
you blow
rejection.
up.
Yeah, like what rejection really like got to you?
Oh, it was my first love.
Yeah, it's always your first, man.
Yeah, my first love. We went out. It
And
was
second.
I dedicated I would skip school and find all kinds of ways to get to her place, which was just like a 45-minute like ride away. Commute, take whatever buses and boats and whatever in Dubai just to go see her.
Yeah.
And then and like a month or two into it, I think she started getting it. She started doing it with my friends.
Ooh.
With like two of my close friends, and I don't know who the third person was, and it's been going on.
Yep.
And I mean, look, I'm not going to say anything because this was a long time ago, and I know who she is right now, and what she's doing and everything, and you know she's whatever. But then back then it was I think it's when I was 15, and it was I didn't want to accept it. I did not want to believe it. I didn't want to accept the fact that she did not love me anymore. So I would just always I would always forgive her. And that was a life lesson.
Yeah.
You know? And that was the craziest thing. I would just call nonstop and go see her and go like, it's okay, it's fine, we'll work on it. And that was I think that wasn't the stupidest thing, but it was the most hurtful thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your first love, of course, definitely.
Yeah.
But man, there's some ratchet things.
So did she act out? Did you act out? Did you like blow it out of proportion, or were you just like chilled?
To my friends, to my friends, of course.
Oh, but you kept it cool.
They're not in my life anymore because
yeah.
me and that girl have had weird in and outs in each other's life
Yeah.
for the past. I mean, right after that, like 15, then she moved to the Philippines, and after that, when I moved to the Philippines, we were in the same city. So like, and then I was just a totally different person. This is where the wrong comes in. This is where like I was the devil played with my heart. So it's like, I want to now get back with her and have her cheat on her boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it turned into that. And then a couple years later, we were in each other's life again. But then she, you know, I hate the saying, once a cheater, always a cheater, because I really do believe in people. I want to believe in people.
Yes.
But in my experiences, that's been the case. And so it happened again. But this time I let it go much more easily, of course. I was like, well, you haven't changed. So that's that.
Yeah.
But if we're talking ratchet, can I just go one more story? If we're talking, oh man, everybody has a crazy ex story. You know, I'm about to get, you know, my hands go like this. You know, I'm about to say a story.
But it's
Right.
about rejection, right?
Yeah, well, it's
stay on
rejection.
Just like
Is it
keep
on
it
topic,
within
though?
on topic.
Gonna be like, no, man, just like turn down your mic right here.
You do have the power. You have the power.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Well, I mean, it happened when we were in a relationship.
What
So I guess
happened?
it was just a lot of lying, a lot of cheating, and just like making a lot of neglect, and it was just okay.
Sounds like my love life.
I will.
A lot
Okay,
of neglect.
No, lie, cheat, neglect.
you tell me, girls. You tell me what you think of this situation. Okay. Okay, this is not the crazy. This is someone who's really neglected me, and this is where I was really rejected for like a long period of time. Meet this girl at a gig that I was hosting. She was one of the models. We get along really well, understand each other's humor. Mm-hmm. We talk to each other while she's away for like a week or two. She comes back, we start dating. Okay. Her situation is she's kind of like out and about. Her family's not really like well off, but she's going to school, and she's just a very free spirit, and she's super out there. Mm-hmm. Not a lot younger than me, but a little younger than me. So there was a point where she stayed with me. She lived in my place, in my apartment, for like a couple weeks, and it was cool in the beginning. It was okay, and then she just decided all of a sudden, just like cold turkey, did not want to be physical. Right? She's like, okay, we get along on a different level as well. We watch movies, we laugh, we talk about shit.
Isn't that like a red flag right there?
Yeah, that's a red flag. Sure.
See, when girl sex is halted, that's a bad sign.
Well, and then, so here's the thing. And of course, I'm in a position where I really want to connect with someone. I love it when somebody gets my jokes and I can laugh with that person. So that's cool. So we had that. And there was this, we would miss each other also. So there was that. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So I introduced her to my friends. Okay. This was during the Christmas holidays, I remember, because we would always hang out at my friends. They had like a house where everybody would just hang out for the holidays, and it was just filled with parties and people, and it was just all the time. So she becomes their friend through me, right? So every time we're there, they always want to hang out with her because she's a cool person. So every time we get there, she would literally just leave me wherever I was staying at or hanging out with, and hang out with the others and do her own thing, which, okay, fine. All right. I get it. You probably don't have this much fun with your group of friends or whatever. Okay. But then when the night ends and we're all going to go sleep and we're all basically in the same house and stuff, and like, she's still not making her presence felt to me. It's like, I'm sorry, who are you here with? I'm sorry, what's going on over here? You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of neglect in that way. And then there was one morning after a whole week of that, we woke up in the same room, and I woke up and I woke her up, and I was just like, listen, I can't do this anymore. This is getting too weird. It's I don't even feel like I'm your boyfriend anymore. You don't even acknowledge me. We don't even, like, you're here and you're just a different person. You're hanging out. Yeah. And then this is what she says. Okay. And and so no emotion from there kind of hurt me more. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then it's like, and then here's the thing. This is me being me, right? Because I felt like I had some sort of responsibility. I met her mom and everything. So if we're out and she's hanging out with my group of friends, and if she doesn't go home, I'm pretty sure whoever is worried about her would text me, because I'm the person that introduced her to everybody. So I have that responsibility over her. Anyways, a week, let me try and cut the story short. A week goes by. We're not dating anymore. The people that I hang out with at the house during the Christmas holidays, someone's having to go on a away party and somebody wants her to be there. Someone calls me up. Hey, can you make sure you invite, what's her name? It's going to be so much fun. I'm like, well, we're not together. And then they go like, well, can you invite her anyways? Oh. So like this is, and also I'm talking about this circle of friends too. The people in this group are my buddies, my brothers, right? So when you have people like your friends, your close friends who don't see that you are bothered by the fact that they want your ex to go there. Yeah. And that turns into something else. Right. Yeah. So long story short, I didn't fight it as much, and she ended up going. We even had to pick her up.
Oh my God, so, that's awkward.
And here's for me, it's like, okay, Remy's like, okay, this is how much how forgiving I am. All right, fine, invite her. And I'm expecting her to say no for my sake.
Of course.
But she goes yes, because she wants to go and have fun. Yeah. So this is how he goes.
She's a free spirit.
Exactly. So she comes to the party.
Supposedly. I don't think that's a free spirit move.
She comes to the party. They're all partying. And I'm just sitting down there drinking, right? I'm sitting down drinking. And she has the audacity, because this is when this is when I never came to the States. This is when all I kept talking about was coming to New York City. So the song Empire State of Mind came on, right? And New York. And she has the audacity. I'm sitting down with a bunch of friends who are trying to like make sure I'm okay. She comes and she's trying to have fun. She's like, hey, look, New York, you're going to go there soon. And she's trying to be like, oh, you're being thoughtful? Are you trying to say something right now? What are you communicating with me? So it makes it even worse. So I get so drunk. Listen, it gets spicy. I get so drunk. I wake up in the middle of I wake up in the morning. And everybody's dead. Everybody's on the ground. Everybody's passed out. They had a great night. And I woke up groggy, and I'm looking around. This first thing I'm doing is I'm looking around because I felt responsibility over this girl. So I'm looking around. I'm like, has anybody seen, what's her name? Because she kind of has to go to college, or she has to tell her mom. So I'm asking around. Oh, I don't know. People are like, I don't know. She probably left. And I was like, she didn't leave. Her shoes are here. And so I kept looking around, and I tried to open the bathroom. The bathroom is locked. So I'm like, okay, she did have an episode one time where she locked herself in the bathroom and she was throwing up. So I'm like, she's probably in the bathroom, knocking on the bathroom door. Yeah. No one's picking up. No one's answering the door. So then someone's like, exactly.
I had that idea.
So someone's like, oh, the bathroom door is connected through what's his name's room. And this guy's like one of my best friends. I'm like, okay, so I try to open that door. That door's locked. So I'm knocking. Knocking turns to banging.
Busting
And I'm banging the door. And then the dude opens the door and he's all groggy. And I see behind him and she's in bed. She's sleeping. Right? So I completely, no, I didn't. That's the thing. We're in his family's house. I love his family. Yeah. So I'm just red in the face. I smoke a whole pack of cigarettes. I'm not lying. A whole pack of cigarettes. I'm trying to figure out what the hell am I supposed to do or feel. And, someone's just like, listen, man, just like, if you want, you can just leave, man. And I'm like, I go and I say bye to the parents and to my friend's sister, she was the one who was having to go away party. Yeah. And I was just like, I gotta go. And I walked for like 2 or 3 hours back to wherever I was supposed to go. And it was just like, it was the worst. And then I did not know how to deal with it. I really did not know how to deal with it. I cut off all communication with my best friends. And of course, I never talked. I stopped talking to her.
That's good.
And, a year and a half after, she messages and she apologizes. She's like, I totally see what I did. I'm like, well, I'm glad that you see it now. And I just hope you don't do it to anybody else in the future, because that was kind of fucked up. You know what I mean?
It was.
Yeah.
Super fucked up. Yeah, that was one of the things. I don't know what the ratchet part of that situation was. Maybe smoking a whole pack was, that's what I was trying to get to.
I think she was a ratchet.
She was
part.
a ratchet.
Yeah, not you. She was the fucking ratchet.
You just liked ratchets.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Just like the ratchets.
Exactly.
Yeah, ratchets are fun.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but that was
Bless their hearts.
definitely because I didn't just lose one person in the process. It was
You lost like
3 people.
Exactly.
My best friends
really
also.
unfortunate.
Well, it's okay. They were meant to be gone anyway.
Yeah.
So if knowing what it seems like you're glad or you're content with the decisions you made, but I would say, I guess my curiosity is like, if you could go back and tell younger you, like if you had the power to go back and
I'd slap myself.
Well, calm yourself down. Like if you had the option to be there for yourself, like what would you tell him?
Honestly, I'm 28 right now, turning 29 in a few months. I would go back and just tell my younger self to focus on what it is I want to do.
Don't do it.
To really focus.
Yeah. Got it.
Because that's my biggest problem was letting everything, like all the outside world affect my inside world, basically. I would want to join other people's bubbles. I always wanted to be that social butterfly. If somebody invited, yes, very easily distracted, which was and of course people say don't live with regrets and try to live your life where you don't regret, of course. But unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, in the real world, everybody has regrets. I mean, be it I shouldn't have eaten that pizza or I shouldn't have gone to the school. It's some form, one way or another, you're going to have a regret.
It's all like lessons though, because if you don't experience those things, you really don't know.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
You wouldn't know.
If I didn't go down that road, I would have gone down a different road and experienced a different kind of pain for sure. But I would have definitely told myself to just focus. I actually would have continued to pursue being a basketball player in the Philippines. I could have just done that. Yeah. But then, different roads, and I've somehow now I met you guys, you know what I'm saying? It's just different roads take you to different places.
In the US of A.
In the US of A, exactly.
America. Oh my God.
Again, all you American women out there, if you're trying to get married, I'll make a really good omelet.
He needs a green
and I'll
card.
take care of you.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, that's. I want to hear Gabe's story. I'm pretty sure Gabe has a story. Come on now, Gabe.
Story of what? I don't even know what.
Something rejection or like where someone's done you wrong, because it's happened.
I don't know. It's happened. It's happened. I just, I just having a brain fart.
Well, gassy up there.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Maybe I've like mentally blocked it out of my head or something.
It was that traumatic.
It was that bad or that traumatic. But no, I mean, I'm just like going back, like way back, like even back then. It's like I just feel like so maybe like high school, maybe grade school, like freshman year of college. It's like I always felt like I was always the nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Who like, you always got to do the right thing,
Yeah.
And hopefully like things will come around for you and whatever. But, surprisingly, like they actually never did.
That's so sad, Gabe.
It is. It's coming.
It's it's a lesson of, I know, as
and I spent a lot of like time after that, like thinking like, yo, like maybe it's me, like what am I doing wrong, or like things. And then, you know, like you said, like self-depreciation and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. It happens,
and
right?
Like whatever. But, you know, it's like you said, it's a lesson, right? That you learn and stuff. And then, you know, you just kind of learn things like, you know, like I said, don't take it personally. It's not you. It's like the lesson more is like, you should move on. Like, I think, yeah, like my grade school crush, I think I liked all the way until senior year of high school and stuff. Like, you know, so.
Did you ever let her know?
Yeah, multiple times actually.
Ouch. Oh, after, like in high school.
In high school, I think. Yeah, we went to prom together actually too.
So you won.
So, not really. But
Well, that was a little
Prom?
one-up. Yeah, you went to prom with her.
I mean,
That's a big thing.
Yeah, we were also
You only go to
friends.
prom
That's why.
once.
I know.
But like, you know, but things don't work out, and like, you just learn to accept it and everything. You know, and then I have
True. That's all you can do with rejection.
yeah, you know, and then I guess like my first girlfriend was like, and it's funny, like when it was a long distance relationship at the time because I barely started. I didn't even drive yet, actually. I'm thinking about it, but
little Gabe.
yeah,
Baby
right.
Gabe.
Which is funny because if you think about it nowadays, it's not even that far.
Okay.
It would be from like here to like Walnut or something,
Okay.
or like you know, like let's go. It's not bad. It's
a bit of a venture.
Walmart.
Yeah,
Was
like-
that an hour?
no, like is it an hour?
From here to where?
West Covina.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. But anyway,
What happened?
well, yeah, basically things ended because it was long distance. Obviously, we couldn't
Right.
see each other all the time. Like I think we only saw each other twice in like 3 months or something, and that's hard for like a high schooler. Like,
Yeah,
Damn.
definitely for a younger person.
Where'd you guys meet? Like MySpace?
Friendster.
Because that's how far.
Asian
Unless
Avenue.
She moved, huh?
actually, AOL.
Oh,
You
chat
remember, dude? We're
room.
like freaking
I remember
OG.
that.
Oh my god, I remember that.
So-
that. Asian and
Yeah.
Asian
But
princess.
you know what's funny? It's like
Oh my god.
So she ended it because it was long distance.
yeah, but I still remember. It's like, oh, you know, maybe when we're older,
You'll see her.
you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
I think all the way until like
feels.
my late 20s, I still kind of held out.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
Like,
I'm definitely hoping to see this person
My
that I feel
heart.
is my my soulmate in the future, even though she's married.
I know, right? Yeah, she's married now also, and like it's cool. Like
Let it go.
it's fun. Like,
Let it go.
And I think it evolves. It's not like I want.
probably
If I see her
why
in the
guys
future,
are-
we're gonna be together again. I just
So mean.
I'll be happy with seeing her again in the future. You know what I mean?
yeah. And you know, just to be like, I don't know, not really philosophical and deep. It's kind of like you could like during that time, like my 20s, it was like, yo, you can just sit here and just be like miserable all the time, or you can just like, you know, work on you. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm. That's always the best thing to do.
like sometimes it's not you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes things just don't work out the way
Exactly.
you want it to. Like,
And you still gotta love yourself through that process.
Right.
Be like, you did a brave thing. You
Right.
had a crush on the girl. You went out with her. Things didn't work out, but you met someone, and you can learn from that for the next person around.
yeah. And then you just, you know, you like, what do you call it? You learn from it. You know,
Yeah.
So I totally forgot what I was going to say.
But ladies, if you're single, Gabe is single. You can find him on Bumble. Hey.
Find him. Gabe of all trades.
Right?
Yep, that's his
Instagram. Holla.
This is the second. This is the second podcast where we brush past the first few
Good.
topics and just go straight into like
I know, like
love and heartbreak.
Good guys right
Well, I
over
mean,
here.
it's
always
my
a good
favorite
thing,
topic.
so-
Apparently,
It's so
I think it's the
fun.
podcast. Yeah, it's our favorite.
Well,
It's a love cast.
It's my forte
baby.
because I've been through so much shit that, I really could write a book.
Your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's sorry. I don't have any like crazy stories. I guess.
I have actually,
Like,
I have one in mind. It's mostly like rejection.
Reject stories.
So
We
I
love it.
admit during my dating career that I'm usually the one that dumps people first because I have issues, and I'm like, "Hi, I dumped
my
you
shirt.
first."
I was gonna say show the
exactly.
camera. Show the camera.
on the camera.
So it's like you're like, "Ha, I'm gonna leave you first.
Right.
I'm fine." And yeah, I'm self like that. So
That was me too. It's okay.
when I was in my, I think maybe 26 years old, about 26, 27, I was dating this guy. He was super cool. We had like everything in common. And like we just we just meshed really well. And then one day he was like, well, my birthday's coming up and we're going to do a trip to San Diego. And I'm like, cool. And I'm going a little ahead of myself. So as we're dating, he told me like how he's still friends with his ex. And I'm like, that's fine. I mean, that's cool, whatever. Yeah. But he tells me like she had surgery. And I'm like, oh, okay. But then a week later, I'm like, oh, like, is she okay? Like, because as being a medical, like being a nurse too, I'm just like, oh, like what happened? What kind of surgery did she have? He goes, oh, she had a breast job. And I'm like, what?
How did you know that?
And I was like, she had a boob job. He's like, yeah. And I was like, and I'm like, okay, she needed you to take care of her. It's like,
oh, like implants.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
and I was just like, oh, no. I'm talking about heightening her.
You're like, what?
You know. So I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah, like she needed help. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, I don't think she needs that much help, but cool. But I brushed it off because I'm like, that's really sweet of you. And then next thing I find out, they used to be engaged.
Wow.
And then I find out that she dumped him, but they're still friends. I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, this is new territory for me because I'm like, all right, cool. So we go to his, he invites me to his birthday party. We do this. He's like, yeah, we're going to do a brewery tour. And then we're going to go out in downtown San Diego at the Gaslight. I'm like, yeah, cool. And he tells me, oh, and she's invited. And I'm like, really? He's like, well, she's not coming to the brewery tour, just only, going out. Like she lives in San Diego. I'm like, okay. So, I'm cool with it. Like we had fun the brewery tour and got pretty wasted. And then we got ready to go out and we had dinner. And then she comes in later on after dinner and, she and her two friends are like dressed up. Like everyone's really casual. Like I technically was kind of dressed up, but it was like, like I wore like a quarter sleeve black dress, like a mini dress and comfortable heels. But she was like decked out, like purple satiny material tube top dress. And her friends look, the same. And so I'm just like, okay. And, like I'm actually cool with it until like his friends started going like, oh, I'm really impressed that you're keeping your cool. Like if I were in your position, I would be really pissed. Like all his friends were like, you're such a cool girl. Like all his friends were saying you're really cool and all this stuff. Like his one girlfriend that's his best friend. She was like, yeah, like I wouldn't be able to do what you're doing. Right. And so I'm like, okay. So I mean, I didn't really think of it like that as being fucked up, but in kind of way kind of was. It was like mind fucking with me. And then after some drinks and all, and he's, we were dancing and then like the ex comes by and she's like, I want to get you a drink. So he like pulls him away and I'm like left alone. So it kind of like something in my brain clicked and I just got so pissed that I just left and I was smoking. Like at the time I was a smoker. So when his friend like, can I bum a cigarette? And they're like, yeah, what's wrong? I'm like, and I just told them like, I can't see this. Like I really can't. And then next thing you know, I guess when, they caught wind of me being upset and the ex-fiance tried to approach me like, no, get the fuck away from me. And her friend tried to block the door for me not to go back in the bar. And I'm like, hell no. And she's like 4 foot. So I just shoved her out of the way and just like hid in the bathroom. And then next thing you know, like the guy and I, he found out, he's like, why are you so upset? And I'm like, I don't like the fact that your ex-fiance is here. Right. And it's hard because your friends are telling me, oh yeah, like I think it's cool, that bullshit. And so he and I like get pissed and we both leave the bar on his birthday back to the hotel yelling it out. And of course like, well, I'm drunk and high on Adderall. I'm like, you're on Adderall? Okay. Whole new level. So pretty much I'm telling you how I feel. And he's just like trying to, I know he's trying his best to listen, but you can tell he's fucking like Adderalled out and shit. And then his friends come. And so we just ended up, we slept in, we went to a restaurant next day and like things were still very tense because I know like the girls left. But what pissed me off most that morning, we were about to figure out, okay, let's go to Hash House, a go-go, whatever. And he gets a text that his ex-fiance was there to drop off his presents with the same friends. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Wow. And then what pissed me off the most, she knew exactly where the hotel room that we were staying at. Wow. And I'm just like, fuck. So that was the most awkward trip. And what made it even more awkward was he came back to my apartment with me in Long Beach after that trip. And I'm like, okay. And acted like everything was fine. And then after a while, he was like, yeah, I have some midterms going on and all this stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
A week goes by. I'm like, hey, I haven't really heard from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally he goes, yeah, I finished my test and I went out last night, but I think we need to talk. I'm like, great. So we had the talk. And of course he's like, I don't think this is going to work out. You know, you're really great and all, you know, the whole, like, it's, you know, it's me, not you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And of course I'm bawling because I really did like this guy. Like, I was like really into him. He was super cool and we like had so much in common. And like, and also plus he looked like a tall Asian Hapa John Hamm, so that kind of helped too.
An Asian John
When
Hamm.
you're in love, you
he
just,
was
like, see
John
past
Hamm.
everything.
Like he looked, if he got dapper, he would look like what's his face? What's his character in Mad Men? I'm having a brain fart right there.
I don't know.
Don Draper. There you go. He would look like an Asian Hapa Don Draper.
Interesting.
But yeah, like it broke me. I felt like what was wrong with me? Like I thought I felt like I was getting robbed for standing up for myself. Like it really sucked. And you know, I was just like, well, I guess this is what happens. And of course I went when I was younger, like when shit like that happened. That's my first like real like rejection in a long time since high school. Yeah. So I went balls to the walls crazy, like called up my girlfriends, like we're getting drunk tonight. And we went to like, I forgot, I think we went to Santa Monica or Venice and got wasted. Went to this dude's house and he's like, I have Coke. I'm like, nah, I don't fuck with Coke, but I can fuck with weed at the time and all this shit. And it's just like, I was in a whirlwind. I made poor decisions that night that I barely remember, that I am not going to share because it's really bad. Yeah. But the point is, like, I know I dealt with that rejection really poorly because I remember waking up thinking, what have I done? But it was the first time in a long time where again, it was baffling because I got dumped because of standing up for how I felt and how I should be as a human being. Yeah.
Right.
So
because he was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you stood up for yourself.
Yeah. So, and of course, with time, I have been rejected here and there. And I've actually learned how to cope with it because really it's kind of like you have to think about it this way. If a guy rejects you over stupid shit, like with one previous episode I mentioned, I got dumped through text because he was a pussy. Worth it. And then with this situation, it's like you see, like, it's really not me. It really is him.
Right.
He did me a favor. So girls, when you repeat these scenarios over in your head, don't blame yourself. Like I've been told by various ages of women from 70 or 80 to like in their 20s telling me like you dodged a bullet because we all recognize that, like
it's true.
Exactly.
The moment is recognizing it, and so that will save you from self-sabotage.
Exactly. That's not
men
fun.
And women.
Yeah, self-sabotage is like the worst.
It's fun until you wake up and it's like,
Is there an experience somewhere in there, Athena?
There's a lot. There's a whole like decade and a half.
I think,
a decade.
So in the future, we're trying to have like a full male panel as well, where I'll step out and Gabe will be the main host, and then I will be the main female host one of these days with a female guest panel. So we shall save this. We should save our heartache stories for the all-girl panel, I think.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I have so many.
Me too. And also...
But the boys want to hear it also.
Well, you will. But yeah, with that, and I definitely have abandonment issues and daddy issues.
Oh my God, I have so many issues.
Oh my God. There we go. We have issues. But I'm cool with it. And I've accepted it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let it dictate my dating life because I'm a pretty awesome person.
Self-love is the best love.
Yeah, I love myself. Yeah. I don't need that bullshit. But yes, that's my rejection story and how I dealt with it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Athena.
Yes.
Step up to the plate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I've never been rejected.
No, I'm just kidding. Oh my God.
Just like that, right?
Like that. She's like,
listen, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I've never felt like that.
So my crush all high school, and I feel like I was like a little ugly duckling, right? That like little blossomed. So this guy that's like senior classman, I've always like seen him as like super hot. We finally got together after high school. Yeah. And I was so in love. He had so many things going on, but I was a little ratchet too. So I was.
Hey, for honesty.
I appreciate that.
Honesty.
I appreciate honesty.
I think we're all at one point, yeah.
I was 19. I just got into college and he wanted to like settle down and make me a housewife. But I was like,
oh my God,
what?
I hate that shit.
I'm like, what? I need to spread my wings and fly still.
Yeah.
Right? So I went to a party and it was like his graduation from whatever he was doing. And I was like super wasted that night. I was like drunk dialing him.
Oh my gosh. I
was blacked out.
Yeah.
I was supposed to surprise him the day of and come back, but I was like 5 hours away. So I got back, I missed his whole graduation, and like he just moved into his like first condo, and he had like keys for me. And I came in his apartment, and I'm like, sorry, let's work on it. I really want to be there for you, you know. But he was like, he like started ghosting me after, not ghosting, but like I could feel the distance, and I was like, what's going on? Like
while you guys were together. Like why? Physically?
Yeah, we're still together, but like he was like, man, you like really disappointed me. Like tonight was a big night. Like they were like, can the wives, girlfriends, please stand up? And he's like, my mother had to stand up, and just like really like fucked up shit.
Right.
And I was like, and I feel like you can't really come back from that. I tried.
It takes a lot of work, I would say.
And I think it also takes two too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he really, he could have forgiven you. Like, he held a lot of resentment, probably.
Yeah.
Especially mentioning the whole, like, my mom had to stand up.
Yeah,
you know?
he was like kind of mad. And then,
how much emphasis was put on this before it actually happened? Did he ask you like multiple times? And
yeah, and I kept saying like, yeah, I'm going.
So you said you were going. Okay.
No, wait, did I say I was going? I was like, I don't remember what I said, but all I know was I thought it would be so cute to be like, no, I'm not going, and then to actually surprise him, like, oh, I'm here, but like the plan didn't go.
Got
That's what you
it
wanted.
because the Jack Daniels and tequila.
Oh, those two are
anyways.
not a good combo at all.
So he like broke my heart because eventually like he was just distant, and I was like, I love you. And he was like, do you?
Right.
It doesn't look like it. And so then that was like my first rejection. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't know how to do, because I've always like left relationships too. So it's always been like, bye.
Right.
And so this time it was like,
What?
I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
But I still love you.
Yeah.
And so I went crazy. Oh my God, I went crazy. Like, we stalked him low key.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
My best friend.
I was going to say, okay.
My best friend was like,
It was a team effort.
Yes, my best friend was high on Oxycontin, and she was like, oh, I think it'd be a great idea. Like, he's like ghosting your calls. Like, let's go find him at his job. And like,
Jesus.
well, let's go like cuss him out and all this stuff. And so we drove around like psychos for like 5 hours, like looking for him. We went to his like condo, and like she like peed on his like front porch.
My gosh.
And like
She what?
She peed on his front porch.
we went to his
marked her
mom's
territory.
house. We went to his mom's house.
I think,
That's crazy.
I didn't really know how to deal with
I have a question.
rejection.
Where do you guys find all these drugs?
What do you mean?
My
all
friend's
you guys'
mom.
stories are just like,
Oh.
I was like, wow. Like,
No, my friend's mom, they were like pill popping
crazy.
family.
Really?
They're crazy.
I was in
Like, I have
a
a headache
house.
because if I get in.
I was in a rented vacation house full of white boys in Venice, so they had a lot of coke, and I was like,
white
I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with white girls.
I don't know, man. That's
Drugs find me, but I don't really fully partake because I'm like, I don't know where you've been. I don't know where that's from. Like, I don't want to die.
It's smart. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. That's crazy, man.
exactly. Especially back in the day. Shoot.
Back in the
So that was my rejection story.
Yeah.
And I kept trying to text him and call him while I was going through a downward spiral, exploring life.
How long did it last?
texting him right now.
A few years.
A few years.
You're like, shout out too.
No, because I'd be like I dropped out of school for a little bit of college, and then I'd be all lost, and I'm like, oh, I miss you. I really want to be with you. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, you're crazy.
Oh.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, you drew that picture for him, sadly.
It was a very pretty picture. It's a Picasso.
It's all good. We accept you. Distantly.
Yeah, look at us now. We're all
Look at us now.
we here.
I didn't want to be
We
like,
out here.
We out here.
Yeah.
I think we covered a lot of topics, and I think we're cool now. So thanks everyone for listening in. We really appreciate it. So yeah, rejection sucks, but you shall overcome. Anthony Bourdain was the shit, and music is awesome.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Kanye and Kid Cudi's album, Gabe has different thoughts on that.
Album sucks.
I was okay with it.
Kid Cudi came out with an album.
Yeah, kids have those. You haven't heard
he
it?
No, I haven't heard it yet.
I gotta say,
with
J. Cole's
Kanye.
album was really good.
Yes,
J.
love
Cole.
J. Cole.
So-
Love him.
All right, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks to our guests for coming. We appreciate
Yes.
it. We shall see you in the future, hopefully.
Yes.
And everyone out there, again, thanks for listening and have a great day.
Thanks, you guys.
Take
Thanks,
care.
y'all.
Until next time.
Follow us
Stay
on
out
social
of
media.
rejection.
What? Just kidding.
What in the butt? Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yes.